Top story.
One of GD's most successful channels and creators, Dorami, has quit YouTube for the time being to focus on improving his health and passing his exams. In a recent video, he explained that he's been suffering a lot with GD's demands recently, investing too much energy in beating as many extreme demons as possible. He says he's absolutely exhausted, and as a result, it's having an impact on his physical health. While extreme, this isn't uncommon in GD players who've been taking on a lot of strenuous projects. Stormfly recently suffered similar stress trying to verify Silent Clubstep. Dorami went on to explain that he feels incredibly unwell when sleeping, eating and focusing on other tasks. This is no doubt a combination of factors from square eyes and screen sickness to the stress he's been under to verify his current projects and the demons he's been taking on. He also added that his final exams for high school are soon and he's finding less and less time to play. This again is very common, especially among Korean players. Most Korean players who adopted the game at a younger age have faced extremely tough Korean school exams while they've been building their channels. Cyclic, Xanthic Alpha, Woogie and Cosine are all just a few of the channels who have had this issue, and now it seems that Dorami faces it too. So he has quit, not forever, but he has claimed it will be for a long time while he recovers. Regardless of your stance on Dorami, this is a big loss for the community. Dorami was a decorated creator who had a multitude of rated levels and has been in the top 100 creators leaderboard since 1.9. He introduced fan-made theory levels to GD, and he created a series of memory demons that attracted a lot of fame, most notably Theory of Firepower, one of the most famous 1.9 demons. During his free time on YouTube, he amassed almost 200,000 subscribers and was the most subscribed Korean player ever for a while, before being overtaken by Partition, but he still remains one of the biggest channels in the world for GD and one of the fastest growing. He verified countless demons in his career, including a new best of top 100 levels recently, including Under Lava Land, Destruction of God, Killer Zone, Envy and many more, including his mega famous theory demons in 1.9 and 2.0. Regardless of your stance on him, nobody should have to watch their physical health degrade over the climate of extreme demons, so let's hope his health improves and his exams go well.
Also in the news,
some new information regarding two of GD's most anticipated levels has arisen recently. The first information was for God Eater, Nobbleboy's master project. While this was a huge upcoming project, Nobbleboy has been facing technical difficulties whilst designing it and artistic blocks. He has explained before that he wanted it to be his best work ever and never forced, so was waiting for artistic inspiration for each part. Now, however, only one part remains, and it seems as if God Eater will be completed incredibly soon. Nobbleboy said on his channel that only 5% of the level remains undecorated, and he'll have a full run of God Eater by next week. This is really exciting news, as the level was revealed over a year ago, but now we've waited so long to see the second half especially finally realised, and when this comes out it will be a groundbreaking level. The next information that has emerged is on the other God-themed upcoming demon, Woodkid by Jakerz. This level has actually hung in the balance a fair amount recently with the same problem God Eater has faced. It cannot be saved or loaded due to the sheer weight of objects. However, on a video on his channel today, Jakerz claimed that Woodkid was finished and that he was waiting for the verification. Whether it's actually ready given the bug fixes and balancing that will need to be added remains to be seen. Also, Boldstep is still very uncertain over his future, claiming he has no motivation to play whatsoever. The announcement by Jakerz was made on a layout today, so if indeed the level is finished, we can no doubt expect some sort of activity from at least one of the parties, though Boldstep will no doubt take his time and not feel forced to verify. But generally, after an optimization issue that sparked community debate and threatened the future of both these levels, it seems great progress may be moving in the right direction once again. So we can at the very least look forward to the run of God Eater next week.
in other news,
two of GD's most talented players who were taking indefinite breaks from Geometry Dash have seemingly returned this week. MetalFace221 was the first to press pause on his career when he stopped playing Extreme Demons because he felt too much pressure to do so. During this period he continued to create, finishing his best level, Abandoned Planet. However, recently he seems to have had a change of mentality. He explained on his channel that he's learned to be more patient and take things as they come. This mentality change is clearly working, as he became only the 5th player to beat Kadrega City, the current 10th ranked Extreme Demon. This is definitely one of the best achievements and his hardest demons, so it's great to have him back. It will be great to see what he beats in the future. Similarly, the former world #1 player DiamondSplash uploaded a new Extreme Demon on his channel yesterday, after planning an extended break from GD a few weeks ago. He's just beaten the newly added Extreme Demon ATM Marvel by Penita and others, and on the video explained that school was finally finished and so that he could focus more on his YouTube channel along with Geometry Dash, claiming that he wants to start playing more given his fairly long break recently. He announced he'll also start streaming on Twitch, something to boost the lagging climate of GD on the popular streaming social network. He did say he beat ATM Marble a few weeks ago, but now he's free from school there will be more on the way. This is a great game for GD, as Diamond was one of the top build players in the world when he quit, and to have him back is to have a top player back, leading the community in terms of achievement and Extreme Demon progress. Celebrated EDM artist Camellia has announced that he may be getting a Newgrounds account for his music. Camellia's songs have recently started creeping into GD, and they made for some excellent levels, mainly the newly rated Delta interface, but his music will also be appearing on the upcoming 5-minute Extreme Demon Ocular Miracle. Unfortunately, creators have had to use his music by swapping the game's files and using huge technical workarounds to get his music on the game, but if indeed he does make a Newgrounds account, then this should help introduce his music in a big way to the community. Camellia is one of the best artists in the community conscience right now, so let's hope this comes to fruition.
Upcoming level news.
The third level in now departed player GoodSmile's audio series has been picked up and previewed by 60Hz beast Luqualizer. Audio Expulsion is the third level in the series of demons that were verified by GoodSmile in 1.9 and 2.0. It first began with Audio Excursion, a megacollab verified by GoodSmile that was an insane demon and used some 1.9 effects really well. It combined memory, wave, swingcopter and timings to make a tough challenge. This was preceded by Audio Extraction, the second megacollab that GoodSmile verified after around 18,000 attempts, and it placed within the top 15 on the demons list for a while, being fairly underrated and an easily forgotten megacollab. With that said, Luqualizer admittedly has a much larger audience than GoodSmile, so it's now very likely the third installment will get some boost in popularity. The level looks great, using 2.0 and 2.1 mechanics really well. It's about 2 minutes and 5 seconds long, and will no doubt be a top 50 Extreme Demon when verified, probably being Luqualizer's hardest demon, which is saying something considering he's beaten Black Blizzard, so this is definitely one to watch progress on. I spoke earlier about Woodkid being mentioned in a video, and it was this one, Jakerz' new collab Extreme Demon layout named Dark Knight. The level was a collab between him and Furs GD, and the gameplay looks similar to Woodkid with another dark and intense song. Whether it will be designed similarly remains to be seen, but so far the gameplay actually looks fairly slow in some parts and more about timing and precision, which will make for a very interesting level once finished. Shuri's new medium-length Extreme Demon Mega Collab now has a new name and has been subject to more nerfs as Shuri begins to grow tired of the game. On Twitter, Shuri confirmed that the level is now named Kowareta. However, there have been multiple fluctuations between nerfs and buffs. Shuri has both unnerfed and super nerfed copies, nerfing it down to an insane demon. He's been working on all of them while he considers his future in GD, but the outlook is not looking wholly positive. He made some progress on the level, getting 85%, but says the last parts are easily the hardest. The finalised difficulty is still uncertain, as is Shuri's future, but he's getting extremely close now, so we may not have to wait much longer to find out. Stalemate Redux creator TehTactiq has previewed a new level he's been working on, named D3ath Factory. It uses the song for Haunted Corridor, and has similar gameplay to Stalemate Redux in truth. Lots of slow, tough waves, dark memory parts and precise flying. It's a very slow level, so we'll most likely get its difficulty from timing and precision. TehTactiq's levels are always interesting, so this will be another one to watch.
Top 50 news.
Not a lot has been going on in the list recently, but it does seem we'll have new entries soon. Zyro Kabi, a wave-enhanced rebirth of Zyro Kabi, the bizarre insane demon by a Korean creator, has finally been rated an extreme demon. Many people were speculating on its difficulty beforehand, but claimed it was incredibly difficult wherever the case, and now it seems many are pushing for it to be top 30 or maybe even top 20. However, there are rumours that this probably won't be added to the list for a while its place is considered by the mods. There was a rumour a few weeks ago that Jakerz would be raised above Erebus into 6th place in the top 10, but this still hasn't happened, and most likely won't happen now given the time period. The lack of new additions in the list keeps Bloodbath at a staggering 43rd place on the Demons list, now even lower than Blade of Justice. The Hell Factory is still at the foot of the table in 50th, and on the extended list, Ice Carbon Diablo X still sits at 100th. Just one more entry anywhere will push it onto the legacy list. As for the stats viewer, not much has changed, but DiamondSplash has now added points to his total by beating ATM Marble, and in the future he could even overtake Sunix, with Sunix now not playing nearly as much as he used to.